Hello team and welcome to another episode of Alotta Fun Plays. Today we're going to be using the profile of Indi Blue. Now just to precursor this, there was a recording mishap and I have missed audio for part of this this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a voiceover while it is playing so that I can hopefully give you the information that I should have been giving you until the point that the voice actually kicks in. So this is Indi Blue's site. What we are primarily going to be looking at today is the weekly wants. Okay, so I want to look through the weekly wants and show you how to actually achieve these primarily on your own. So I'm not quite sure why I'm looking at the gate, but anyway, so we've done our dailies, and we also, so that's something that you would do on a day-to-day basis. We also have weekly wants for our villagers. Now I only have two that I still need to finish romancing, one being Gina, who I am nearly finished doing. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm going to organize all of these bits and pieces to give to her. And then the other one being Tamalia. And as most of you know, she's not my favorite person. So I have definitely left her till the end. But we will still get her finalized and get that done. But yeah, she's definitely not the main person. But this is what we will be working on today as well. The other thing that we are going to be looking at, there we go, to the weekly wants. These are all the different wants that you get. So once you reach level 10 in any of the skills, you will have the opportunity to be able to earn guild coins, and with the guild coins you can actually then use those to buy decor items or items that may assist you in your day-to-day gameplay. So what we're looking at today to start off with is gardening. Now for myself, I do like to take the weeds first. I really prefer for them to be in spot 1 on my backpack, and I'll show you why in a moment. But I generally go down round, pull all the weeds first, and then start to pull the vegetables. I do do it in a sort of order. So there's I for quality. Okay, so I for quality is selecting specific items that are star quality. So I think it's 10 star quality items. But I have a specific order that I even home harvest, a specific order that I actually pick my plants in. I don't know why I do it this way, but it is just something that I have always done. So cool. Come down, have a look. You can see, I had actually already completed my interior, so sorry about that. So home harvest, 30 crops. Okay, so that's what we need to get home harvest. I for quality, as mentioned, 10 star quality. And then the last part there is fertile ground, but we'll look at that in a minute. Not sure what I was saying at this point, but that's okay. Oh, this is when I worked out that I didn't have volume. So my voice should kick in a moment. Let's see what happens. Look at my dumbfounded face. What's gone wrong? Any moment now. Okay, are we working now? Okay, we're working now. All right. Okay, so fantastic. I am going to re-talk about some of the stuff that we've just done. I've been recording for 5 minutes and didn't realize that I didn't have my sound on. So I apologize. I will do a voiceover for that part of the video. I don't normally do voiceovers or do very much editing, but I will do that for this specific one because this was something I've really been wanting to be able to show you guys. And yeah, it was very disappointing. Anyway, so what we were talking about is the gardening. So the gardening part of this. I'm not going to go into all the stuff I've already said. So let's move forward. So harvesting 30 crops, really easy to do if you have got all 9 plots. Okay. Apply for quality, harvesting 10 star quality crops. Once again, you guys are probably already doing all of this every week without even realizing that you may be completing this if you're already on level 10 for your gardening. This one is fertilize, so apply fertilizer to 30 times. You've got the whole week to do this. And as you can probably imagine, 30 onto your current plots is not hard to do. It's not hard to do. But what can happen is that when you have been playing for a while, a lot of your plots, as you can sort of see over here, a lot of your plots already have fertilizer on them. Okay, so you don't need to fertilize them each time, and then that can slow down your progress of being able to get that specific one. And I'll show you a little trick that I do if that is the situation, because sometimes once everything is done, I tend to only have 2 that don't have fertilizer on them kind of permanently. Okay, that was a bit of a rough one. Let's get this all plowed out, hoed out, or toil is the correct term, or till the soil. So get all this done. Fantastic. I know, it's super boring to watch me do this bit. It doesn't take long once you've reached level 10 and you've got your decent hoe and your decent watering can. Up to the point of 10, it can be really, really hard. Oh, I've got no, well, that doesn't really matter at this point. So when it comes to your focus, you only need focus when you're harvesting. It's the only time it uses your focus, and you can earn points from focus towards your skill points is when you're actually harvesting. So doing all of this watering and tilling the soil, you don't actually achieve anything for that, but you need to do it to be able to complete. So what you can see here at the moment is that most of these plots are already fertilized. So we're going to struggle to be able to do it. This one here doesn't have fertilizer on it, which is great. But you see how this has got the fertilizer in that little top left corner there? When I put my plant down, there's either one of 2 things that's going to happen. When I put the plant down, it's either going to give me that fertilizer back, which I can then put down, or it will just straight away come up as being fertilized. So let's have a look. So when we come in here now the reason that I put the weeds first is because what I normally do is get rid of those. I get rid of anything that's not what we're going to be needing. I'm going to get rid of that for now too. And so then we only have, well, we should really get rid of these, but I wanted to show you what happens because normally that would have veggies in it. So what I would then do is I would go to my crops and then go to bok choy. So I need bok choy, then I can put that away. I've got that already. Then I can go to potato and put potato down, and then they can go. I'll move that down here. And then we need pumpkin. Do we need pumpkin? Did we? It was the peppers that got, so I put that away. I do need the peppers that are here. We just saw that, so I will come in here and I will get the peppers wherever they are hiding. I need 1 pepper, so get rid of that. Then we need the corn, so bring corn down and we get rid of that. Get rid of these 2. I need the butter beans, get rid of that. We need carrots. And yes, I'm putting way more than I need, and that is okay, because we will, oh, before I did the butter beans, I should have done the potatoes. Sorry, guys, out of sync, this is what happens. So that we then have everything that we need. It doesn't matter that it's too much because I can just come and put it back in here. I would rather have too much than not enough. On any given day. So, I mean, I know I probably won't need the tomato seeds, but I still pull them out every single time. The reason that my plot looks like it is always fertilized is because I use the hydration fertilizer, and that lasts quite a few times. So I'm going to come to here. So as you can see, we've got 91 at the moment. If I put down my chilies, so what it's done, as you can see in the left hand there, it's given me that 4 hydration back. Okay, so then we can come in here and we put it back down again. So that's 4 towards our weekly. Now we've got 8 towards our weekly. We got 9. Yes, I'm watering empty things and things that are not watered. You can do that. Okay, so that's all I've got for now that I can actually put down. So if we come back into here and we come down, we've done 9. So how do we make it to 30? What I normally do, quite simply, is that I will get my quality up fertilizer. And guys, I'm just showing you. You do you, okay? So this is just what I do. Because are you going to give me some fertilizer, please? Okay, we'll do this. You do you. But what I normally do is I come to my apple, and I will put down this one, and then I will put down this one, and then I'll put down this one, and then it gives me fertile ground. And then I'll put it back to being what it's supposed to be, and happy days. It didn't cost me a single piece of fertilizer, but I've got all the way there. So that's all I do to reach my quality, to get the fertilizer. You do you. You might have a completely different way of doing it, but that's how I achieve it. All right, so now I need to put all my bits and pieces down. This is broccoli, not broccoli, what do you call it? Bok choy. I did need tomatoes, look at that. So tomatoes. So this is my layout. It is not done for profitability. It is just done because I've always done it this way and I know where everything is, and I'm happy days with that. Okay. Rice. I always turn it the wrong way. I don't know if anyone else does that. So rice. Then we've got our corn. Thought I needed better beans. Corn. So if there's a specific product that I need for whatever reason, if I'm making fabric, I just said that because the cotton just came up. If I'm making fabric or doing anything like that and I need a specific, rice or wheat. So for me, rice or wheat is probably my extra of everything because they, you can sell it as it is, or you can sell it as seeds, and it's really good income spinner. So that's what I use it for. So what I normally do is I would put just on one side, I have 3 rice there, and I have an extra. So these are extra. So these 3 on each corner, I class these as my extras, even though I haven't put onion and carrot down yet. Okay, so and then I would put that there. So that's what my extra harvest will be this time around. This is where my carrots go. This is where my onions go. And then everything else is potato. And once again, I basically live on potato as my food source. So I pickle the potato and that's what I eat. Other than that, I do eat the non-star quality food that comes from the horses. Anyway, I can't remember what the horse is called. The flame ones. I've got such a terrible memory, guys. And so I would normally just eat that. That's the other thing that I eat because it's free and it's non-star quality. So I eat that because what else are you going to do with food? So you might as well make the most of it. So now we'll just go and water all of this. And then we are going to head through to the farm. So these are my basics anyway. So farming and gardening is something I do on a day-to-day basis. I will come in, I will do my garden, I will do my farm, and I will do my daily every day, regardless of which profile I'm using. It normally takes me maybe half an hour to do all of that. The good thing with having someone else who is playing with you, and not that you have to have someone who's playing with you, but the good thing of having someone who is playing with you is that you can swap things if you don't have it. I'm not sure if anyone else has actually noticed this lately, but I have noticed that in our dailies there's starting to be a consumable come up more often. So And what I mean by consumable is like things like these glass panes. So crickets and so any insect, any fish, not a problem at all. You can have those on your storage plot, and then you just pick them up and put them back down again. Food, same. If you've got star quality food, pick it up, put it back down again. Okay, so you've got all of these things that are already there. Even your furniture, if you need to build furniture, pick it up, put it back down again. But what it's been asking for lately, and I don't know if it's just me, but it's been like light globes, it's been glass panes, it's been ceramic bricks. These are just the things I've had in the last few days. And I'm imagining that there's going to be fabric at some point. So these are all sorts of things that are coming through. And I think that's really good because, you know, you've actually got to do something with that. It's not just something you can pick up and put down. So I really like that, even though I'm a pick up and put down kind of person. But what it has now meant is that I'm trying to make sure that I keep, you know, multiple things in here so that if I need 5 fabric, I can click and I've got 5 fabric. Let's just put that on to cook while we're here. You know, that I've got 5 fabric and I can click on it and it is there. So same with muslin, I try and keep that in here. There should be a silk in here as well. I don't know where that's gone, but I must have pulled that out anyway. Doesn't matter. Over here, I try and make sure I've got, oh, things are not working as they should be. Try and make sure that I've got one with glass and one with globes, so that if I have to do that, I've got that available. Oh, that's because we've just had glass and globes in the last couple of days. They don't normally ask for wood. They may ask for ceramics or stone, are the ones that they normally ask for. So we've just had all that come through. So hopefully we won't get that too much again soon. I've got stuff to do there, but we're not doing that today. So we are now going to head over to the farm. So I always repair my gear. I always keep these two beside each other because it's a daily thing, but I always repair my gear before I head to the farm, just because they're beside each other. And we'll go through here. Okay. And I'll get my food out. I normally, animals are normally fed carrots. Oh, I didn't check to see if I had carrots before I came. Wrong one. Yep, I got carrots. Okay, cool. Lots and lots of birthdays because it's the first day of the week. So I'd normally come in here, look at my venerated first. So I've got a Ferris that's venerated. We'll donate him, get him gone. I'm going to get rid of my baggies because I'm going to have a full. Yes, I'm going to buy a new horse. That's out there to remind me that I need to. Now, these little fellas, my Ferrises, I love Ferrises. I think they're level 12 before you get a Ferris, but these are animals that actually help me feed the rest of the animals on my farm. So I normally give them their little carrots. I try and keep all 6. It's the only animal I keep maxed out. And I'll show you why. So I don't have any exciting animals, any flashy or amazing ones. These are all very basic colors. I haven't gone to breed anything special or done any of that sort of jazz. You can if you want. It's just not how I'm playing. I'm not here to make everything look beautiful. I don't have any of the licenses to take any of these pets off. I don't need that. So I don't need to make them look special. So one of the other things that I do is I keep all of my my names very much to the animal. So these are all my Boos, these are my Dawn Stars, these are my Ferrises, my Gobies. So just so that when I'm looking at stuff, I can see how many I've got. And I know I can click here and it will tell me, but sometimes the visual is a little bit more important for me because I'm a very visual person. Okay, so these guys are all done. Now I have got 10 blueberries and 1 apple that I can feed to other animals. I don't think I've got any babies, but let's go and have a look. No babies at the moment, but we will have by the end of the episode. Whoops, daisy, took that a bit tight, didn't we? Okay, so these are my boos. Now, certain things I'll keep for certain reasons. There's animals that I don't have. I don't have woolpennies. I don't have rollies because I don't need salt and I don't need seeds. What I do need is fish quite often for our dailies, and obviously milk and eggs for baking. The flowers, I don't need them, but I just like, why are they down here? I just like my gobies. Sorry, I just need to, weird, I'll fix this in a sec. Yes, I just went blub. I thought I had my gobies in the other. So you should be in the air pen. You should be in the air pen. You should be. What's happened? Why is it locked up? Let's try that again. You should be in the air pen. I think they are in the air pen because they normally go into the air pen when they come out of the babies, unless you've designated them anywhere else. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I have to change keyboards anyway. So let's quickly do our boos. They're a bit of a bigger eater, so normally I would just give an apple or a blueberry. They don't have to be up to 100%. It does not affect their happiness if they're not at 100%. So I normally just give them one item. Rancher's return. Amazing. As long as you're feeding them something each time, that's all that really matters. Birthday's gone to adult. Yes, I gave him carrots. Another one over here. Oh, maybe I should put them. But as you can see, I'm not using any of this food to be able to feed some of these animals. And I think that that's why I like to keep the rollies. My big cow. Sometimes you get lots of apples and I just give those to the horses. They actually, it does fill them up most of the time. Okay, is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Oh. Okay, now we can go up to rocks, as you know, because I'm riding one. You can give it an apple or you can give it these, but I try to, as I say, just sort of make sure I'm using things that are already done here, so that I'm not using things that dinner is served. 25 meals. And also, as I mentioned, a lot of the stuff is very easy to do. Oh, blub, blub. Very easy to achieve. The cat's just walking past. Very easy to achieve your weeklies on. Doesn't take a lot. I'm just showing you that if you're feeding on a daily basis, a blueberry is all they need. So any non-star quality, it could be a carrot, or it could be corn. I think corn is what we all actually start out with giving them. But these are the meals that I was talking about. So these meals here, I will eat these they become part of my diet, so that helps me be able to achieve as well. So having some of these animals definitely is a huge benefit to what we do. So that's everybody fed. We can now head back home. Oh, no, one more thing to do. We need to do our babies to finish off our ranching for the week. So each weekly has 3 sections to it. Most of them do have like a party section where you need to either party or be with other players. So cooking, you don't actually have to be in a party. You can just be with other players. Mining, if you're following someone around, you can just, like, we'll look at that when we get to it. But what we need to do is we need to create 3 babies. So if we come into our achievements, so we've done dinner is served, which is feed or give a treat to 20 animals. So it's not actually treat, you're actually feeding them. So that's the wording there is a little bit weird for me. So then we collect items from 10 animals. So those just come from doing your normal day to day. This is the one that you have to do something on. So breed 3 babies. If you've got a full farm, you can't do that. You've got to wait for the animals to venerate before you can actually do that. Now, I know because we just had a ferris venerate that we need a ferris. So when you come into your breeding, it shows you all of the animals that you can breed with. So it automatically brings them to the top. The yellow is the one we've just selected. Okay, so that's that one there. So it shows you what their traits are. Then when you click on the next one, it's over here. Now, I don't think I have got any other ones that have, oh, chakra. Might go with that one. And we need to make a baby. So I'm going with this one because it's got sparkles. I'm going with this one because it's got chakra. What are we going to get? Sparkles and chakra. Woohoo! What are we going to call it? Very, very boring. We're going to call it wise because it's got wise. I might already have one called wise, but that's what we're going to call it. Now, babies need more food. So I can either feed it from here and that will fill it up. Or I could have done a couple of times from here. It just depends what you need, but babies definitely need more food in the beginning because they've got nothing in their bellies. So the pink is the chakra, and the glow here is the sparkles. Okay. So as much as I said before that I don't have very many special ones, they're not special. These are just cute. I think they're very cute. Okay, what other animals do I need? I don't need any booze. I've already got these ones here. I don't know. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you when you come in here how old they are, which I think is really annoying. And it also doesn't tell you how many you've already got, like what is the maximum number that you can have. Now, I did say before that I need to do a horse, but if I bought the horse is not the same as breeding. So you've got to breed the animals. So I don't need another one of those. I've got 3 gobies. I don't need another one of those. Might have to look in the other window to see. Oh, I need to buy a Pecky as well. I think I'm going to breed Riffrock. So I've only got the 2, so I have to go with what we've got. What are we going to get? Sturdy, zigzag, vibrant plumage, amazing. Sprinter, yes. Sturdy and sprinter. That's important, especially when it's a rideable amount. Whoop, whoop, look at that. Amazing. I'm going to call this one Ziggy because I'm so creative. And it's got zigzags. And we're going to feed it here. That's okay, it's not quite full. That is all right. Perfect. Then the actual animals that I want to breed, I only have one of because they had already venerated, in the ground, already venerated before today. So I don't need... I need to bring these two. So also got Bundle of Joy, my third one. Palomino coat. Malcontent. Geez, thanks for that. Just the coat. Okay. That's okay. Doesn't look like a Palomino. I normally take just Dawn. But whatever, as long as it starts with the same letter, it's all going to work. And multiple serves, because it's a horse. All right. So these are our 3 babies for this week. Yes, I can make more. Yes, I'm about to go and buy a Pecky and a thoroughbred horse. What was the other one that I said I only had one of? See, Civ Brain. Anyway, let's grab these, and then that will be this episode. So I'm going to get my thoroughbred. It says I've got a token. I'm going to get my Pecky, because I said we needed a Pecky. So I don't have rollies, I don't have whoopinies, because I just don't have, I don't need what they give out. Was the other one a trufflet? I think it might have been a trufflet. We'll get a trufflet. Oh, I'm buying too many. We'll get a Dawn Star as well. Lots of new animals. So I've had quite a few animals venerate. So that's why I've got room on my farm. A lot of people keep themselves maxed out at 30. I don't think you need to do that. My own personal opinion is that you don't need to do that, but it is completely up to you guys, of course. So we have no traits just yet. What are we going to call this one? You can rename them. There is a cookie called Rename Cookie. So if you don't know what to call them, you can always just put a number and then call them something a little bit later. I'm going to call it Fiend because I can't think of anything else to call it right now. Cool. This one. I can do. Not the first horse I've called that. I was probably already worked that out. Just trying to save some food for myself because I might need it. I won't. I can get more when I get back home, but you know. Anything else with the bubble above its head? Pecky. Woohoo! Got stuff straight away. Sparkles. Guess what we're going to call this one? Doesn't need as much food. Very cute. And trufflet. Aw. Okay, so these are our babies for this week. This is a lot, people. This is a lot of babies. Please don't think this is something I do every single week. It is not. I am doing a top up. I've been sadly lacking on some animals and letting them venerate, and that's why I now needed to buy animals rather than breed them. It's good to know we've got that option though. Right, let's head back home. Cool. So we are now back, and that is all I wanted to do for this specific episode. There will be a point where we are going to need to this week meet up with Rudi Blue or Mega Fun, either or, I don't care which one, and we'll do some cooking and we'll do stuff like that. So yeah, that's always going to be a bit of fun. But as always, guys, and sorry that I don't have this one set as my preset, but as always, do I even have it? Yes, this one. Please make sure that you come back and see me again next time. Thank you very much for your time today. Always appreciate it. Thank you and bye.